Nice to meet you. I'm Khadar Choktai and you're watching my YouTube channel, School of Advanced Chemistry. Today, I'm going to explain the second part of Cambridge IGCSE Chemistry Paper 2 Multiple Choice Question Extended, Feb-March 2020, 2-2 variant. Let's get started. Question number 21. Salt S is dissolved in water and 3 tests are carried on the solution. Here is a test and here is the result. Aqueous sodium hydroxide is added. Green precipitate formed insoluble in excess of the sodium hydroxide. Green precipitates are going to form on addition of sodium hydroxide and they are insoluble in excess. Green precipitate insoluble in excess, then it will be Fe2 positive ion into that salt solution. I mean, when Fe2 positive ion react with the OH negative ion, it make FeOH twice. It's a solid, it's an insoluble solid that is said to be the precipitate, and that is insoluble in excess. Come toward the next one. The dilute nitric acid is added, no reaction. It means that no CO3 2 negative ion, I mean no metal carbonate ions are present, or no SO3 2 negative ions are present. These both ions are not present. It means that the test 3, aqueous barium nitrate is added to the acidified solution to form test 2. Barium nitrate, that is having barium 2 positive ion and nitrate 1 negative ion. I mean, this barium nitrate is the source of barium 2 positive ion. And it is giving white precipitate, so it is indicating that there is the presence of SO4 2 negative ion. Sulfate ions are present in the solution. That's why white precipitate is going to form. So iron 2 ion is present, SO4 2 negative ion is present. What is the identity of S? Number 1, copper 2 chloride, no. Copper 2 sulfate, no. Iron 2 chloride, no. Iron 2 sulfate, yes. So D is the correct option. Question number 22. Which statement about the product table is correct? A. Most metallic elements are on the left. Most metallic elements are present on the left hand side. This is the left hand side of the product table and this is the right hand side of the product table. So yes, it's true. Most metallic elements are present on left hand side. So A is the correct option. However, let me check the other options as well. Element in the same period have the same number of outer electrons. No. Element in the same group, then they have same number of outer electrons. So it's wrong. Element on the left are usually gases. C part, element on the left are usually gases. No, they are metals. Again wrong. The D part, the relative atomic mass of the element increases from right to left. This is right to left. So atomic mass is decreasing. In this case, in this way, atomic mass is decreasing. So again, it's proven wrong. So once again, it is confirmed that A is the correct option. Come towards the question number 23. Let me raise first this one thing. The diagram shows the element W, X, Y, and Z in the section of the periodic table. Which statement about the reactivity of the element is correct? You can see that this is the group 1 element. I mean, X and Y are the group 1 elements. And W and Z are the group 7 or group 17 elements. So, which statement about the reactivity of the element is correct? X is more active than Y. The first thing is X is more active than Y. No. Basically, Y is more active than X. Y is more active than X. As we move down the group, reactivity increases. Reactivity increases. So Y is more reactive than X. Come towards W and Z. In non-metals, in group 7 element, this trend is in a reverse way, in a reverse mode. Basically, reactivity is towards upward. I mean, the upward element, the top one element is more active. So, W is more active than Z. Let's see over here. Once again, option A, X is more active than Y, it's wrong. X is more active than Y, again, the B is also wrong. So C or D may be the one of the correct option. Y is more active than X, correct. Y is more active than X, correct. Then the next one, W is more active than Z, yes, it is also correct. Z is more active than W, no, it's not correct. So C is the correct option. C is the correct option. Question number 24. Some properties of the substances are listed. They conduct electricity, they have low densities, they have high melting points, they are malleable. Which properties are shown by the transition metal? They can conduct electricity, yes. They have low density, no. They have high melting point, yes. They are malleable, yes. So 1, 3, 4, I mean D is the correct option. Question number 25. Sodium is group 1 metal. Which property is the typical of the most metal is not shown by the sodium? Number 1, conductor of heat. Number 2, high melting point. C is malleable. Number D, that is shiny. Basically, you know that the group 1 metals are having melting point less than 100 degrees Celsius. It is the fact that group 1 element are having the melting point less than that of 100 degrees Celsius. So they are not having the melting point, high melting point, are more than 100 degrees Celsius. Number 1, once again, A option. Conduct heat, yes, correct. They are having high melting point, no. They are malleable, yes, they could be. They are shiny, yes, they are shiny. So B is the correct option, appropriate option, that is required option, that is not shown by the sodium. Sodium is not having high melting point. Question number 26. 4 metals, iron, copper, magnesium, and Y, are heated separately with their oxides. Y is not going to react with magnesium oxide, not with its own oxide, reacting with the copper oxide, reacting with the iron oxide. So it means that Y is more reactive than iron, and it is also more active than copper as well. The next one, Y is less reactive than magnesium, as it is not going to react or going to displace the magnesium. Magnesium is not going to react with the magnesium oxide. Yes, correct. It is going to react with the Y, the oxide of Y. It is displacing the Y from its oxide. Yes, copper, iron. So magnesium is confirmed. It is confirmed that magnesium is more reactive than Y. Then Y is more active than iron, and so on. Copper is not going to, displacing any of the metal from its oxide, correct? Same is the case with the iron. So this is the resultant reactivity series. So the most active is magnesium, the most active is magnesium, the lowest or the least active is copper, the least active is copper. So A or B could be the correct option. And after magnesium, there is a Y. After magnesium, there is a Y. then iron, then copper. So A is the correct option. A is the correct option. Question number 27. Aluminium is extracted from bauxite by electrolysis. Which statement is correct? Aluminium ions are oxidized to form aluminium. Aluminium 3 positive, when they gain 3 mole of electron, they change themselves into aluminium into 0, and that is said to be reduction. It is not oxidation. It is said to be reduction. So it is not an oxidation. Cathode has to be replaced regularly because it reacts with oxygen which is formed. No, basically oxygen is being formed at anode, not at cathode. It is the story of anode. So again it's wrong. Cryolite is added to remove impurity. Cryolite is basically added to lower down the melting point of the bauxite. So again it's incorrect. Carbon dioxide is produced on the anode, yes, because of the high temperature. Oxygen reacts with the carbon anode and causes the formation of CO2. So D is the correct option. Question number 28. Some properties of the aluminium are listed. Number 1, it conducts heat. Number 2, it has low density. Number 3, it is strong. Number 4, it is resistant to corrosion. Which of these properties make aluminium suitable for making food containers for chilled food? For chilled food products. Option A 1, 2, and 4. Option B 1, 3, 4. Option C 1 only, and option D 4 only. Chilled food means it's having more quantity of the moisture. So simply it means there the container must be having the high resistance to corrosion. So only the basic property, the most demanding property in this situation is fourth one. I mean, it should be resistant to the corrosion. So D is the correct option. In this particular situation, where you are going to keep the chilled food in a container that is containing high quantity of the moisture, so the material, the container should be resistant to the corrosion. Question number next 29. Water is treated at waterworks to make it fit for drink. What is present in the water when it leaves the waterworks? Bacteria only? No, there is no any sort of bacteria. Bacteria and insoluble substances? No, insoluble substances are removed in early stages and bacteria are killed by chlorine. So again, no, B is also incorrect. Chlorine compounds only, not only. Chlorine compound, yes, but not only. Chlorine compounds and soluble substances, yes. These two, both compounds, chlorine compounds and soluble substances, are present when the water is taken after the waterworks. So D is the correct option. Question number 30. Sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and oxide of nitrogen are the common gaseous pollutant found in air. Which pollutants contribute to the acid rain? Carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide. No, carbon monoxide doesn't contribute towards the acid rain. Oxide of nitrogen, yes. Sulfur dioxide, yes. So I think B is the correct option. However, let me check the other options. Oxide of the nitrogen only, C option. No, not only. Sulfur dioxide only, again, not only the sulfur dioxide. So it is confirmed that B is the correct option. Question number 31. Oxide of nitrogen such as NO, NO2 are found in the petrol engine of the cars. They are removed from the exhaust gases by reaction in car's catalytic converter. Which row describe how oxide of the nitrogen are formed in the petrol engine? Number one, number two, and reaction that happens in the catalytic converter. The first column is showing how oxides of the nitrogens are going to form. The second one, the reaction in catalytic converter. Number one, why oxide of the nitrogens are supposed to be formed? The reason is nitrogen react with oxygen that is coming from air. Yes, it is true. In second column, nitrogen reacts with air from with oxygen from air. Yes, it is also true. I mean that these both are the same options. C, the reaction between nitrogen compound in petrol and oxygen from the uh, air. No, it's not correct. And D is also incorrect. I mean, nitrogen is the basic source of the nitrogen is air, and oxygen is also from air. Due to the high temperature of the engine, the body of the engine, I mean, at that particular space, the temperature is very much high. That is quite sufficient to break the nitrogen triple bond. So either A or B may be the correct option. Now come towards which one is the correct equation. NO, nitrogen monoxide, react with carbon monoxide to make N2 and make CO2. Yes, it is correct. Basically, these both are the products of incomplete combustion. So CO that is formed is react with NO. This is said to be a redox reaction. It is a redox reaction. One is going to oxidize, carbon monoxide is going to oxidize, NO is going to reduce, and it is going to reduce. Both reactions happen in catalytic converters. So finally, A is the correct option. Question number 32. Zinc is used to cover iron to prevent it from rusting. Why is zinc a suitable metal to use? Iron is more active than zinc. No, it's wrong. Zinc is more active. Iron atoms are bigger than the zinc atom. No, this is not the reason for the prevention of the rusting, you can say. C, zinc is more active than iron. Yes, it is true. Because of this property, because of this more reactivity, zinc protects iron. Yes, it is true. C is the correct option. However, let me check the last one. Zinc atoms are bigger. No, the size of atom doesn't matter as far as the sacrificial production is concerned. Question number 33, the next one. Fertilizers are the mixture of different compounds used to increase the growth of crops. Which pair of substances contain the three essential elements for the growth? Basically, N, P, K. These are the three major essential elements. Those are used for the growth of the plant in fertilizers. Nitrogen, P for phosphorus, K for potassium. Ammonium nitrate and calcium phosphate. I mean, it's ammonium nitrate, NH4NO3, and it's calcium phosphate, Ca3PO4 twice. There is no potassium. Yes, there is no potassium. Ammonium nitrate, once again, the similar one, NH4NO3. And potassium chloride, KCl. There is nitrogen, there is potassium, but there is no phosphorus. In first row, there is no potassium. In second row, there is no phosphorus. Third one, ammonium phosphate, NH4 thrice, PO4, and that's KCl. So nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, and potassium all are present. So C may be the correct option. However, let me check the D1. Potassium nitrate, it's KNO3, and it's calcium carbonate. There is nitrogen, potassium. Again, phosphorus is missing. So it is confirmed that C is the correct option. Question number 34. Which rule describes the condition used in the manufacturing of sulfuric acid by contact process? Catalyst, we know that is vanadium oxide, vanadium 5 oxide. Pressure, low pressure, 1 to 2 atm pressure is used. And temperature is said to be the highest one, high, not the highest, as optimum temperature almost 450 degrees Celsius. So D is the correct option. Next question, question number 35. Petroleum is an important raw material that is separated into useful products. Which term describe the petroleum and the method used to separate it? Description, what is the petroleum? It's a compound. No. It's a mixture. Yes. So D or C may be the one of the correct option. Separation method is fractional distillation. So D is the correct option. This cracking is not the separating method. It is conversion or the converting method, basically. Conversion method that in which higher number of the hydrocarbons are break down into small number of hydrocarbons, more number of molecules, more mole of molecule of hydrocarbon, those are having less number of carbon atom. So D is the correct option. Question number 36. Which statement about propene are correct? It's propene. I'm going to write its structure formula. Right. Propene contains only single bonds. No, here is a double bond. So first one is incorrect. Propene decolorizes bromine water. Yes, it is true because of this double bond. It can decolorize the water. Bromine water, sorry. Propene is obtained by cracking. Yes, it can be small number of hydrocarbon. Mostly the small number hydrocarbons, those are having less numbers, less than that of 8 carbon atoms. They can be obtained by cracking. Usually, yes, it could be. Propene is a hydrocarbon. Yes, it is a hydrocarbon. It is having only 2 type of element, carbon and hydrogen. Only 2 type of elements are there. It is correct. So 2, 3 and 4. Overall, B is the correct option. Question number 37. Which rule describes the production of ethanol and its properties? Number 1, can be made from glucose. Yes, it can be made from glucose. So A or B may be the correct option. Can be made from ethene. Yes, it can be made from ethene. That is said to be hydration of ethene. CH2 double bond, CH2 plus HOH water, steam, in the presence of H3PO4 and 70 atm pressure and almost 300 degrees Celsius, we can get CH3 CH2OS. That is called addition reaction, addition of water, and it is said to be the hydration of ethene. So correct. It is used as fuel. Yes, ethanol can be used as a fuel, and it is also used as a solvent. The first row is the correct one, right? So A is the correct option. A is the correct option. The next question, 38. Ethanoic acid is a typical carboxylic acid. Which statement about ethanoic acid is correct? As the name indicates, it is an acid, and here is the structure of ethanoic acid. It is ethanoic acid. It can be oxidized to produce ethanol. No, it cannot be further oxidized. It cannot be further oxidized. It is proton acceptor. No, it's loser. It's a proton loser. It's not accepted as it is. It's behaving as an acid. It is fully dissociated in water. No, it's a weak acid. It's a weak acid. It's not fully ionizing itself into the water. So the last one is the correct one. It reacts with ethanol to produce ethyl ethanoate and water. Yes, that is the condensation reaction. So D is the correct option, correct answer. 39. Which structure represents the ester made from ethanoic acid and propanol? Ethanoic acid and propanol. So, ethanoic acid, basically, this one portion is taken from acid. It is taken from acid. And this portion that is having no oxygen in my division, in these two portions in my category, it is coming from alcohol. Same as the case here. In this case, I'm cutting this bond from CO bond, and this portion is coming from acid, and this portion is coming from alcohol. Same is the case. Again, I'm cutting this molecule from C single bond O in such a way that the both oxygen are going to be in one side. It's coming from acid. This portion is from acid, and this portion will be from alcohol. In this case, again, you can see that I'm dividing the molecule into two parts from C single bond O. This portion is from acid, and this portion will be from alcohol. Now let's see. He is saying ethanoic acid. It means the acid should be of two carbon atoms. So either A or D may be the correct option. But the alcohol must have three carbons. It should have three carbons. So three carbons are over here, but here the carbon is equal to 2. In this alcoholic portion, only two carbons are there. So once again, it is confirmed that A is the correct option. A is the correct option. The last question number 40. The structure of the polymer is shown, and which statement about the polymer are correct? First of all, I'm going to break this linkage. This linkage is said to be the peptide linkage. This one, and each different portion is going to behave as an amino acid. You can break a polymeric linkage, and you can check, you can see which type of monomers are there. This polymer is nylon. No, it's not nylon. It's basically protein. The polymer is formed by the condensation polymerization. Yes, it is true. There are ester linkages between the monomers. No, there are not ester linkages. They are basically peptide linkages between the monomer. So 2 only, C only. The C option is the correct option. Thank you very much. That's all about for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.